I'm gonna do all these moments and go over to Lego. Right, I got a message from my disability. It's either going to be a denial or it's going to be them saying, we sent you something in the mail. Wait 2 weeks. The claim is still under review. Please allow for more time for processing. Yeah, because 6 weeks for this thing isn't more time. It's shit. The thing that concerns me is my body temperature and my feet. Because my feet always feel like I've been standing for like 12 hours straight. And my doctor asked why that is. And I said, because the blood isn't getting to my feet because of the hormones. Like, it could be 100 degrees outside and my feet still feel cold. And especially if I can't figure out my body can't figure out its temperature, and I'm going to go work at a factory that's at 90 degrees and I don't have a fan. That same guy I commented, I was just like, you know, kind of like when Wrigley Field has the wind blowing out. It's just a tornado for home runs. And it's just like, Wrigley Field has one of the deepest parks. It's not home runs. I'm like, did you even read? Even Wrigley fans know that. They're showing up like, hey, is the wind blowing out today? Because they know if it's blowing out, it's just a fucking vacuum to go for home runs. Windy City. That's why the White Sox give up so many home runs too. The reason the Reds do is because their park doesn't really like blow up going to deep center field. Like it's not a real arcing perimeter. It's almost straight across. You look straight down at it. And I got sawed off. Great. Goldie. He really called him Goldie.
So up now for Chicago, Santo. Batting second, the third baseman. Here comes a pitch.
Hater?
Hit in the air, right field.
Oh, Woodward.
Carlson makes the grab, one pitch and one out. Singing, you can't ask for anything more.
Just hold on to him until he goes up. Honestly, hold on to everything until the Infinity cards come out.
Santo,
because you always need cards from certain teams.
And a pitch. And that's outside. Schwindel, the lone runner,
don't give up anything in the gap.
Just a weak fly ball this time. Carlson racing over to make the catch. Singy, he's a guy that covers
6 packs. You gotta go to the goat. No, we gotta go to the goat.
Santo, the next to hit. A guy who makes an impact not just at the plate.
I cannot hit with this Ron Santos.
Pitch. Line drive, caught.
I thought you got those from the getting all of those stadiums and polo grounds.
So digging in, Ron Santo. This guy
for every 100 subs that Adriana gets today, she's gifting one person Elden Ring.
In the air out to center. Bader settles under this one.
Okay, I need to get my shit together. Been playing for 6 minutes and I've gotten 1 base hit.
This is a true.
I spent the last 2 days going through all of my content for a bunch of games. I didn't even get finished. One of them was Borderlands.
Pitch.
like finding videos that we recorded. Like, okay, in this video I ended at 40. In this video I started at 45. What am I missing?
And the righty deals. Out towards right center field. Bader gliding as he moves to his left.
Jesus.
Racing makes the catch. Runner tagging from third. He'll score the sac fly.
It's about damn time. I shouldn't have started at 8 o'clock.
Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Well struck left field. That's back. Into the bleachers and gone. First offering misses the mark.
You just got to focus on when their ball is released and where it's going, not just swinging.
Fought off foul. Schwindel, the runner at second with one away. Swing and a ball lifted left field.
Yeah, I thought I was all over that.
And there's two away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit.
Need a gapper.
And that one hit
Damn.
first, and he handles it himself for the out.
How's it the top of the strike zone? I hit a ground ball. Oh, that one was just stupid.
Right side,
I hit a ground ball on top
two
of it.
away.
And I hit it that hard.
So two away with nobody on.
Well, a walk-off would be nice.
Ron Santo.
Now batting, the third baseman, Santo.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. And the 1-0. All tied up in the last half of inning number 9. That's to third.
I was trying to be disciplined, but he wasn't giving me anything. I wasn't going to walk.
3 up, 3 down, inning over.
Got to start over again. At least I got on base once.
Bottom of
Oh,
the
wow.
inning. Leading off, Ron Santo.
Leading off for the Cubs, the third baseman, Ron.
The pitch. Hard liner. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
This hitting like crap. I should have played a whole game before going to moments.
Down the third baseman, Ron Santo. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on.
Ron Santo, the next Cub to hit.
Batting second, the third baseman,
And a pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Left
Harry.
field, way back there. That's
Thank
back.
you.
Bang!
Just got to be persistent. Stick with it. I have a cut on my finger somewhere and I can't figure it out.
And first off,
But that was the same pitch.
One down, base is empty. Fastball in for a strike, and the count 1-2. Next pitch misses, and it's 2-2. Righty to the plate. There's a swing and a drive.
He started jogging. I knew it was an out. God damn it. Finally gave one a ride. Oh, I popped it. That should have been destroyed.
Third out.
That was the perfect pitch to rip into the gap.
That one drilled left field. That's got a chance.
Fuck.
Pulls it in on the warning track.
Oscar's playing something called Caliber.
Santo, the next Cub to hit.
Unbelievable. I've done this like 8 times now, and I've only gotten 2 base hits and 2 home runs.
Oh, right to the
A stupid challenge for the featured program.
Third with nobody out.
Ironically, with the Cubs.
Ball to strike.
On the same kid too, he was just like, yeah, I'm sure you coached D1 and you coached Chris Bassett, and I gave birth to Aaron Judge. And I was like, except I can prove it with W2 forms that I coached at Genoa High School from 05 to 10. I was just like, where's your birth certificate for Judge? He was like, well, tell Bassett never to pitch at New York Stadium then. I'm like, he kind of has to all the time. He plays for that team. He's like, no, I'm in Yankee Stadium. Okay. I was like, I'll tell him when he gets to the World Series and they face each other.
That's impressive.
Next one off the plate inside. And now 3-0.
I should go over the sign that's right by me that says, entering our city, home of Chris Bassett, and just like TikTok it, like, hey.
Michaelis back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
I wonder what this button does. And blow up the whole fucking world. Did you see that TikTok? That one's old.
Ball one.
That was where the one guy was calling me a fat gremlin or whatever.
That one hit to right.
Was in Fallout.
And that
From the Dexter's Laboratory, where she's like, ooh, I wonder what this button do. And she pushes the button and like his lab blows up. And in Fallout, like at the very beginning of the game, you go to like this town that has like a big nuke in the middle of the ground. That's a, it's a,
back to right center.
yeah. And you blow it up and you have like negative feedback forever. And like when I first did, I'm like, oh, I fucked up. But I played this on perfectly, so when I push that button, the whole world blows up.
And up next for Chicago, Santo.
And you can hear the guy in the background go, nice.
Going to the opposite field.
First offering misses the mark.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save. These home fans.
Maybe I should do a fundraiser. Help me with disability.
2-0. Way inside, gets
Every sub, I do 5 squats. Hot tub stream.
out towards left center. O'Neal gets under it.
I saw where hot tub streamers are like trying to fight back against Twitch because they're constantly getting suspended and banned. I'm like, there's a different site for that.
And the batter now, Santo. Good contact guy, good defender.
Like, I know when I'm streaming and drinking, I shouldn't be on TikTok because there's a lot of vulgar language coming out of my mouth that gets away on Twitch, but not on TikTok.
He's in to score on the sac fly, and it's 1-0.
Like, know your element. Read the room.
Now the number 2 hitter, Santo.
Been playing this for 18 minutes. Still haven't completed it.
Now a blast to left center, way back there, on its way, out of here.
Well, I got on base for once on the very first pitch. I've done this 3 times and then didn't get a single hit after that.
Checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets.
My psychologist was asking about going back on, since I went back on Adderall, how I was doing.
On and off the field.
And I was like, well, it's 2 different things.
Breaks his bat, pops it up.
I got fought off again.
Settles under it and makes the catch.
There's 2 different things. I was just like, it's 2 different ends of the spectrum. I can be off of it and I just sleep all the time and I don't get anything done. I was like, oh, I'm on it and I never sleep, but I get a lot done. So
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
That one hammered center field.
hey, I hit 2 home runs. I'm finally done. Thank God. Speaking of Adderall, I think it kicked in. Take 2 Adderalls a day and drink a Red Bull, and I sleep like 5 to 6 hours now instead of like 12. Spotlight moments. Hit a home run. Oh, fuck you. It's not a home run hitter. At least I'm allowed it back on Tinder. One girl asked me, she's like, I've seen you on A before and we matched before. What happened? I was like, apparently I got in trouble for a meme or my head. I was like, I don't know which one. She was like, oh, were you the one that got stabbed? I'm like, yep. So we've definitely talked before. I think it's funny, all the shit that you see on Tinder with spam and everything else, or TikTok. But if I show any pictures of my head with staples in it, nope, TOS. For both of them. Both of them I've gotten in trouble for it.
So in now for Colorado, Vinny Castile. Be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing. And the first offering is not close.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball.
That was a floating curveball.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
And the right-hander deals.
Somebody yesterday was also complaining about the Judge walk-off home run. And like, so many people let him up. They're like, dude, he hit it like 450. It's upper deck. Like, what are you crying about?
And now it's filled up.
See how the catcher wanted that pitch.
He made the comment of Little League Park. Like,
Seeing that high fastball, you have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
And that one hammered.
like upper deck is getting out of almost every stadium.
And gone.
Speaking of which, goodbye, ball. Every stadium, like even dead center. I think the furthest one I read was like 420. Oh no, it's Minute Maid. And I think that one's like 420, 430. I have to get one base hit. Hopefully this one doesn't take 20 minutes. Jesus. Let's go. Just got owned on TikTok. There's a tweet. What could $44 billion have done for the climate crisis? Savvy responds with, I don't know, maybe build electric cars? "17 years ago today, the legendary classic happened." That stupid Michael Jackson video.
And next for LA, Tim Salmon.
Batting third, the right fielder, Tim Salmon.
Pitch misses.
Did you watch it? I sent it to you a minute, like, shortly ago. Before I signed on.
The 1-0.
I sent it right after you sent me the pictures.
There's a strike.
It's doing fairly well for my video game clips.
Now one miss.
I mean, the Tord one, I think, got the most.
3-1 is on the way.
Though the I'm Gonna Come one did pretty well. Oh no, the TP Nuke, I think. No, I don't know. I don't know which one did better. The one where I'm playing Torb and not doing anything, or the TP.
Judge is there.
I like having full count, and I need to get a base hit. I can just swing at everything now.
Pitch of the at-bat. And there's a foul ball.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat.
Righty delivers. Here's a swing.
And I hit a home run.
Left field, and he knew it.
Well, Mariana probably shouldn't have been the opener. Yes. TikTok. Pitch 3 innings without giving up runs. Win the game. Everybody's just roasting the Dolphins video of Tua throwing to Tyreek Hill. Someone just put it side by side with Mahomes throwing the football out of the stadium, like up the steps. And it got like 3 more seconds of airtime than Tua throwing wide open in shorts to Tyreek Hill just standing there. The fact that Kelsey and Mahomes are always next to each other and people keep talking about how Kelsey's going to be leaving and shit, it just cracks me up.
The center fielder,
Like, Tyreek was never like their off the field buddy. But like everything shows, like everywhere they are, hockey games, whatever, they're right next to each other at all times. I bet you during the match, Kelsey will be there.
The next pitch misses. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Right-hander kick steals.
Oh my God, Sal Corrales, he used the Super Bowl trophy as a luge.
Strikes for the second time today.
Now batting, second baseman, Tony.
And first offering is
Somebody was upset that he did the luge, and then I remember people are like, you don't watch hockey, do you? Do you know somebody once left it on the sidewalk? I remember I had a
inside.
book growing up. It was like all the strangest stories in sports. And one of them was, I want to say the Canadians just left it on the side of the road.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Now batting,
2 outs. Base is empty.
A lot of them had to do with baseball, and I remember a lot of them. One of them
The
was,
first pitch misses for ball 1.
I want to say his name was Tug McGraw. I don't think that's John McGraw.
Next one is off.
He was infamous for cheating
Balls, no strikes.
in baseball. And one of the ones was back then they would have 2 umpires. So there was a deep fly ball. They would literally run from first to third straight through the middle of the infield. Like they wouldn't go to second. They would just go right down there because the umpires would be looking in the sky.
Stays alive.
One of them was he was a third base player and
2 down.
manager.
And a
So
swing
like
and a miss. And
it'd be a
that's
fly
that.
ball and the guy would be tagging from third and he'd be standing on third holding the guy by the belt so he couldn't take off. If they were playing against a team that played small ball or bunted a lot or were speedy, they would like
no left field.
right out the field in front of the plate so whenever they bunted it would roll further. If they wanted to bunt at their home place, they would like super wet it down.
The wind to kick the 2-0. Bounce to the right.
I think
side.
other things they did.
Muncy handles
Like
the
rating, I'm
pitch.
like, Jesus, this guy's a cheater.
1 up, 1 down. Here's Elvis
The
Andrus.
belt buckle one, I remember reading something about it too, because like
Around the first. Reaches
somebody was
out.
playing against them and they like loosened their belt. So when he took off, the belt just got ripped out and he's just standing there holding the belt like, I didn't do it.
And he swings and misses, and it's nothing to
You're
one.
literally holding his belt.
Next offering is in for a strike. And the pitch.
That reminds me, I gotta upload that video of
Foul to the left
the
side.
birth of baseball from the Adam Sandler's movie.
Andrews at first, 1 gone. And down
It's the guy from,
2 gone
it's
now.
Mr. D's butler. And he's like teaching everybody baseball and he's like making up rules as he goes. Like, we need a break. Now we're gonna call that the 7th inning.
And that one got a piece of it.
Trying to think of other ones he did. It's just like, well, I'm standing in the bag. You can't tag me. Oh, you're not looking. I'm just going to go over here. He just goes to second base.
Just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches.
He's like, no, that's not a strike. That is a ball. You got to throw it in the strike zone.
Swings and misses. So he. And well,
When he makes up the home run, he's just like, I'm not getting it. We're going to call that a home run.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Next pitch misses inside. And the count even 1-1. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
I think he makes up the having to tag, too, on a fly ball. He's like, no, you can't go until I catch the ball. So now you're out. They're like, what? It's like making fun of all the rules of baseball.
Christian Pache. Hit hard, that gets through, and he can't come up with it.
When I used to coach at Bowser in Toledo, I would always piss them off when we did like inter
Now it's the
squad games. Like somebody'd hit a fly ball. And I did this in men's softball too. Somebody'd hit a fly ball and I'd be camped underneath of it. And I would take the back of my glove and as it came down, I would punch it so it would fly back up in the air. And whoever was like on third tagging would like take off early and I'd just be standing there like, well, you're out.
So here's Here's Murphy now.
Like, you can't do that. I'm like, I just did. Like, no, it's as soon as you touch it. I'm like, no, it's as soon as you possess it. It's like, I could have juggled it all the way in here and literally tapped third.
Swung on and hit well. Way back there. And it's off the top of the wall. So they're down to their final out. So here's Brown at the plate. This one in the air center field. And that is the ball game.
That's... Let's see how many points I'm gonna get for doing this if I even unlock anything. Let's see, 1250 times 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 5,000. 6250. Which would put me at 132. Wait, 32, what? That'll be like 383. That'll put me at 10 packs. You see where everybody's roasting Doctor Strange, the movie? That Mr. Reeds is supposed to be like the smartest man in the universe. And he tells Wanda how to kill Black Bolt, the only person that can kill her. Like, what mouth? And he's, oh shit! And just blows up. It's somebody from the Funko Pops, and they're like, wow, Funko was ahead of the game with this one. Because it doesn't have a mouth. I'm supposed to listen to a guy that has a fork on his forehead. I was talking to somebody. Apparently, he's in Star Trek as well.
So digging in now for San Diego.
And I guess Namor was supposed to be in it, but they removed him.
And that drops in for a
That's why there's an extra chair there. And Namor is like their Aquaman. And he's originally part of the Illuminati.
swing and a miss. Struck him out.
So is Iron Man.
And here is Jake Cronenworth. Next offering is down low. And it's one.
I don't think Captain Marvel was supposed to be part of them.
Next one misses. And that's ball two. On the ground.
Same thing with
On
Captain
the run,
Carter.
throw to first. And a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder.
No, people like the Zombie Strange because of the
For strike one.
Dead Avengers or whatever. He wanted to do House of M.
Moving under it.
I think that's as close as they could get.
He's got it. And that is out number 3. Back here at the ballpark, bottom half of inning number 2.
The fact that Bruce Campbell has punched himself and that's it, that's over, is hilarious.
That one's in there. That's strike
Because in the Evil Dead movies, he's got a crazy hand that he has to cut off.
He swings and drives one out to deep left.
Let's give up a home run.
And it's off the wall. In there.
Sonic movie was pretty good too. I wanted to watch the Resident Evil movie and I didn't get around to it.
Man aboard, and it'll be Luke Voigt to stand in. And that's in there for strike one.
But I definitely enjoyed Sonic.
0-2 as he waves at that one. Kershaw fires. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. And it beats him for the first out after the drop third strike.
Well, maybe
I'm trying to think of what would be better.
Too much determination. Sometimes you just gotta let the game come to you.
Will Myers stands in now. And
The Halo
lets that
TV show.
for a strike. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
I don't know, Advent Children from Final Fantasy was really good. But you have to be a Final Fantasy fan.
And now it's Austin Nola. And First offering is fouled off. And a pop-up right side, foul territory.
Now I gotta look it up because I feel like there's an obvious one that I can't think of. There's a part though where Tails starts flying and he's carrying Sonic. He's just like, "Whoa! Did you just turn your butt into a helicopter?" And Tails is like, "Ah, buttcopter." Only Sonic would think of that. Buttcopter. I had said, he asked, like, if it was your team, what would you do? I was like, I'd make Sagan the captain and I'd demote Ben or trade him. He's like, I got no problem with that. I was just like, Sagan's got the work ethic. I was just like, Ben just feels like he's acting like Gretzky, but he's obviously nowhere near it. We both agreed that the team was old. It didn't really have like speed or grit. We both like Radulov, but he doesn't score. We think Edinger is the future. I was like, it was pretty sad. It took 4 goalies to find a goalie. Both of us hate Klingberg because he's considered an offensive defensive man, but isn't scoring. We both agree that Pavelski is old and slow, but somehow he keeps scoring. There's just no grit with the team, and there's no puck handlers.
That's in for a strike. Now a drag bunt, third base.
Whereas they have Kachuk that can do all of it.
And he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there.
And whoever keeps trying to fight with Kachuk is just an idiot.
1 for 3.
The other day, I think it was Fasca. I do like Roberson and Hintz. And I've always liked Heiskanen. Oh, that's where it started. Somebody on TikTok was talking about how the Penguins are going to win in 5. Rangers always choke, and the Penguins are on their 3rd string. I was like, have you seen the Stars goalie? He's like, Edinger's been there forever. I'm like, what? And somebody commented, like, no, he hasn't. They thought they had the future with Bishop, and he retired out of nowhere. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought that's who we were talking about. Like, what? Like, it's not even close. Oh, I didn't strike out 2 batters. Son of a bitch. You need to go watch the Pirates movies. That's why when you sent me the clip of, I got a jar of dirt, I'm like, you know I've seen this, right? Got it! I got the jar of dirt! That wasn't even the best one. One of them, all you see is like the side of the boat and the jar of dirt pops up. He's like, got it! Got the jar of dirt! And the 2 of them looking at him weird is organically legit. They really had no idea that he was just going to wander around singing that. I got a jar of dirt. Did you hear what Joe Rogan said about Disney? He's like, your guys' shit is in the complete tank right now. And he was just like, you want to know how to fix it? Put all your chips in on Johnny Depp. He's like, you do that now, and everybody's going to be behind you. He's like, just come out and say you fucked up. You jumped out early. Everybody will forgive you, and you move on. But he said, I better mute my mic for this one. I was talking to
The pitch.
somebody about the fact that he thought Doctor Strange got like a 5.5. And I was just like, I don't know if I would consider it a great movie or a bad movie. I think it was just one of the fillers to like do story. I was just like, I don't know if they could have just done better with the TV show.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
I was like, one thing that's kind of weird is that they have a
There, 0-1.
Mexican jumping borders as the character. I was just like, that's kind of messed up. And then we name her America. He was just like, Jesus, did you say that? I'm like, am I wrong?
One down, base is empty.
But the fact that we have to keep killing off main male characters and we keep putting in female ones, I was just like, that's just getting old.
Is even.
He was just like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, clearly whatever's going on with Thor. I was like, Hulk. Now Captain America, if they're going to keep up with Captain Carter. Doctor Strange.
Alonso
Iron Man.
swings and misses at the initial offering.
Drax is dying, so there goes another male character. He said goodbye to the character. Unless he's trolling.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
I don't know who else could do that. I mean, at least the character doesn't have a true, like, appearance. Like, they could really cover him up. And money talks. They could flip that on him, too. He may not just want to deal with all the recording that's going on right now, because he had to record back-to-back, I believe. Or is it back-to-back to back? Yeah, they just had to record 3 different things. He had to record for Thor. He had to record for the Christmas special, and he had to record for Guardians 3. So he may just be burned out right now. And well, I give him a lot of credit because he likes taking roles based on the story of scripts. One of the good movies that he was in that isn't really known is a movie called Marauders. And it has the guy from Entourage, Bruce Willis, and the original guy from SVU that just came back. And then Drax. And he wanted that role. He didn't make a lot on it, but he wanted that story. So, I give him credit for that. So he may want to go do other stuff. I mean, there's a lot of actors that want to go do plays and shit. There's probably been a lot of money with that.
Stepping in now for the Yankees.
Batting second. The first base.
I mean, it's Broadway. I don't know how much they make. But you can't tell me that they make anything compared to MCU movies.
And here's
So it's like having Connor fight.
little roller up along first. They get one. Play at the plate.
Somebody's talking about how
He's safe.
Oliveira is just going to destroy Conor McGregor. I'm like, you guys keep saying shit like that, and then those are the kind of fights that he wins.
Jason Giambi stepping in now for the Yankees.
Batting second. The first baseman.
But like, well, Conor is smaller, so he's not going to be able to like
Swing and
get
a
all the
miss.
punch behind him.
Out of the zone.
And somebody was just like, Oliveira can't take a punch.
Now wanted one.
Like, well, no, he takes a bunch of punches, but he just doesn't give it back. I'm like, the reason that Diaz was such a struggle for Conor
Pache.
was because like 90% of his head is scar tissue.
For home.
So he's taking all these beatings and he can't feel it. He's bleeding everywhere. He doesn't even know he's cut.
Singing, you can't
I was like, if somebody hits me on the top of my head, I don't have a fucking clue because there's so much scar tissue up there. So that's why Diaz was a big deal, because he could take the punch and throw it back.
Giambi.
Batting second. The first baseman.
Conor can't wrestle.
Pitch.
Jason.
That's why fighting Khabib is just stupid.
Is out of the way of that one.
Because Khabib could take a punch, unlike Ronda and Holly. the baddest woman on the planet. Get it straight.
On the ground at first.
Nunez.
Right. Toss the second.
Ow.
Return throw to first, and that's 2.
I just saw it on the commercial.
And that one pulled foul.
He's probably thinking, oh, the wheels are going through his head. Like, how can I get her over here? Like, Canelo lost. Can I get him over in the octagon? I got Brock Lesnar over here. You think I can get Canelo?
Left-hand batter waits.
Someone shared a picture of Brock on the stool, and he doesn't look very exhausted. And they're like, imagine you're in between rounds, and you look over and you see this. I'm like, I would just tap out right there. Like, that looks like a guy that's about to murder me.
About this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Speaking of which, I was talking with somebody else about Killmonger in Black Panther. Because somebody shared a picture that Killmonger was confirmed in Black Panther 2. And they're like, Killmonger can't be in Black Panther 2. He died. I'm like, you realize they have the spiritual realm with all of the former kings, right? I'm like, I guarantee that's where he is. No, because he wasn't a king. I'm like, yeah, he was. He was a king for like 15 minutes.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this
He won the fight and then lost the fight.
give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
In the air, center field. Pache makes the catch, and that'll do it.
But it sounds like it's going to be the gorilla is going to be the king, and I would like that. I love that character.
And he did.
The big guy from the other tribe.
So important for him to control the heart rate.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
love that dude. That dude's hilarious. I would much rather have that than the bald leader, which I don't think she has the right to do it. Like in that
Good eye there.
story or whatever.
Looking to rally.
I don't. When I say right, I don't think she's allowed to be. Yes,
On the ground, right side.
and I think the sister kind of shot herself in the foot with ever getting there.
That's what a good sinker's designed.
And I don't agree with her, just with like the girl from The Mandalorian. I agree with everything she said, but she shot herself in the foot. When it comes to your job, I mean, sometimes it's better just not to say anything.
Delivers outside.
Priorities.
And there's a ball.
Is that Subban?
Next pitch is popped
Couldn't
up,
tell if it was Subban or a wide receiver from the Browns.
and it's caught for the out.
That was a good pitch to hit.
Singy, you can't ask for anything more.
Yeah, and
This
it's
guy's
more than he's ever made in the NFL.
And up next for New York,
The mediocre.
Jason
That's who
Giambi.
I'm referring to. It's Andrew Hawkins.
The first baseman.
Oh, now this is wasted. Way back
Dude,
there.
I just hit a home run. The ball was a foot above the strike zone. Granted, it was Giambi in the Little League Park, but still.
High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back
Let's do
there.
it again.
Adios. Pelota.
We want fish sticks. Ten packs. Stone Mountain at the beginning of that video. He looks over at Godzilla, he looks over at King Kong, and then he puts his hand down. He's like, fight! No, seriously, I said fight. They're just staring at everybody. Like, well, this is disappointing. I might as well finish these moments and then go open packs for a bunch of bronze and silver players. Because I don't get anything special out of them. I'm gonna have to play mini seasons 50 times just to get Trout. Jeez, Protector 5-hole. Nobody ever sells him unless he's a duplicate because he's so rare. Yeah, and look what you get for keeping him.
We go to the top of the 7th, and here's the first baseman, Frank Schwindel.
I don't know what the Angels one is, but he's got to be 94 or better. You get 94. You get 94 for Hank Aaron, and you get Mike Messina.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Yeah, and completing the AL.
Up the middle, a dive, nice stop, and very nicely done for the out. Patrick Wisdom, the next Cub to hit.
Oh, bad.
Gibson won the Triple Crown that year in the National League. He was just
All I know is Doc and Stone Mountain ripped it, so I was just like, okay, I can skip it. Yeah, but Stone Mountain's saying the exact same thing.
Eddie picks it up, sends it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air.
And he's all Battlefield, Apex, Call of Duty.
Good execution.
Happ in the box now. No balls in
He even
strike.
gave compliments to Fortnite for changing. He's like, I don't hate it, but I'm not going to play it.
Swing and a base hit.
Yelich hit for the cycle. Go get his card quick.
Is Wilson Contreras. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
It was the 3rd time against the same team. Labor Torres got 5 RBIs. Go get his card.
First offering. Runner goes.
You should have Yelich too. You bought him the other day when he was like 78.
Close play, but he got in under the tag. Next pitch is outside. Happ on its second with 2 down. Next pitch is popped.
And you would have finished the Brewers had it not been for 50,000 on Hater.
Back here at Busch Stadium.
He'll come down soon. He'll have a bad game and it'll come back down to like 25,000.
That misses the zone, and that is ball 1.
Save up for
To
it.
the right side.
Or put in $50.
Takes it himself, first out in the top of the 8th. Rafael Ortega, the next
Somebody in Tasso's Discord is trying to figure out how to do a fundraiser for my disability.
for strike 1.
He does a lot of fundraisers for people, and I told her that I'm getting screwed right now because of my disability. She was just like, don't panic, let me get back to you. She was at work, though.
Fouled off, he was late.
I was like, it's really stupid that this company really thinks that
Between his size and his
hypothyroidism and mental health are the same thing, just because my psychologist is the one removing me.
pitchers of all time. And he takes it himself for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Jason Hayward. Next pitch downstairs.
I talked to the disability about it earlier, and the clerk was like, this looks really cut and dry. I don't understand what the problem is. She was just like, I don't know if it's because it is your psychologist. And I was just like, well, one is affecting the other. Otherwise, the other would be fine.
And a count 2-1. Next one off the plate inside. And the count is 3-1.
Like Vlad did earlier. Everybody's making a big deal that Vlad did that to his bat earlier. He broke it over his knee.
And a swing
And you can hear it break when he like spikes it on the ground. Then he breaks over his knee. I'm like, that's not like Bo Jackson.
all set to start.
One thing I like that they changed is when you're the pitcher, you don't hit anymore.
The 9th in this one. So up now for Chicago, Sergio Alcantara. First offering misses the mark.
He's been so sharp today, even over 100 pitches thrown. His skipper is leaving him in there to finish the job.
Like I was telling work, I was just like, I could be missing a bunch of time because I have bad knees. I was like, and if I like have a fracture in my foot, but it's affecting my knee, and I'm off of work for that. I was just like, you can't say it's the same thing. Oh, yeah, I can't finish this. Especially when I can prove on paper about one, and the other one was just kind of my doctor winging it. It's like there's fucking lab results here that clearly says hypothyroidism.
Really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
Stars have to win today, right?
So up next.
Yeah, but I mean, in theory, they have to win today.
He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not.
Kind of like the Mavericks. Well, I guess the Mavericks do have to win. They're 3-2. That guy and I were also given shit in the Dallas forum because I made the comment that Dallas sports known for underperforming, and they're like, well, technically they're overperforming. I'm like, you're losing by 30. I'm like, how's this overperforming? Like, well, they shouldn't have been even in the series. People were picking the Jazz to win, and they stole 2 games from the Suns. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, the city has 1 title this side of the millennium. You keep going for moral victories. Think about all those teams over there. Cowboys, Stars, Mavericks, and Rangers. They have 1 title in 22 years, and it was the Mavericks in 11 and 11 with Dirk. And he had to play out of his fucking mind.
We go to the 8th. Here's the catcher, Wilson Contreras.
Made a comment about putting in Boban. They're like, that'll never happen because they'll just abuse his speed. They'll be able to pick and roll everywhere, and they'll just shoot lights out from the 3-point line. I'm like, you're losing by 30. Like, you're telling me he's going to do worse than that?
Righty to the plate. Next offering is outside.
You rang. Next one is in Dallas, so we might get that next game.
Pitch.
And if he's never going to play, just take him off the roster.
Misses to even the count.
So's Taco, and he at least plays. Right?
Swing at a ball lifted to center field.
Wait, he's not on Boston anymore?
And there's one away.
Still rolling to start the 8th. Just 5 more outs to get.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Here's Nico Horner. Still a ways to go, but this is
Who's the other tall guy that can shoot a 3?
That one's in there, 0-1.
No. I mean another lanky guy like Taco. He's not 7'7" like Taco.
1-1.
Mamba, something like that. Like Mamba, something like that.
Moving under this one. Snags it for the second out.
No, it's like Mamba or Mo Bamba. I had him in 2K for a minute.
He's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
7 foot 10 inches. Jesus. Okay, that's a typo. Oh, that's his wingspan, 7'10", but his height is 7 foot. And then people are always like, well, Kevin Durant's 7 foot. No, he's not. It's like 6'10". Yeah, that one's gone. Nope, that's not coming back. Good, I was watching it. He likes fish sticks.
On the corner for a strike.
You know, he's been so great today. Really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
Over to Goldie. One up on
This
deck.
period better be a half hour long.
Nice job of keeping
I'm not switching over to True TV.
lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Oh, it's on ESPN. They'll probably put it on ESPN 2 or something.
Swings and misses for strike one. Next offering is in for a strike. Strikeouts have been a big part of the success in not allowing a hit. Smash to the left side, and it gets through for a hit. Their first of the ball game. In half up to hit.
The left fielder, number 8.
And that's in there for strike one. Wisdom leads off first with one away.
Wow.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
You give me that call?
The next offering misses. And a count 2-1. Next one off.
What are you ducking out of the way for, LeBron?
Ball three. And a 3-2. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. And at first, Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. In there for strike one. Next one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Uh-oh.
This one high in the air to left center. Lays out.
Oh, nice graceful fall for that diving catch.
And welcome back. For the top of the 8th, here's Nico Horner.
Leading off to the Cubs, the second baseman.
That's a base hit.
Line drive, base hit. Rafael Ortega stands in.
Now batting. The center
In there, and it's 0-1.
Why is the rum gone?
Ortega.
And a swing and a line drive.
Jesus, I'm getting rocked.
That's a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Here's Jason Hayward. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well, Boog, if you're that base runner at second base, you want to be quiet out there. Not bouncing around, not distracting your teammate, the hitter. Make sure that he can clearly focus on that pitcher and that release point.
Fuck.
Lifted in the air out to left. O'Neal pulls that one down, and there's one away. And the batter will be the shortstop, Sergio Alcantara, for the 4th time tonight. And first offering is fouled off. The tying run at the plate. That misses. And 1-1. Next offering is in for a strike. And a swing and a miss. 2 down. So they turn to a bat off the bench for the pitcher, Harold Ramirez, looking for a big hit with 2 out, runners at first and second. First pitch, and he just misses. Next offering misses. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Next
Crap.
pitch is downstairs. And the 3-0 finds the zone. Horner at second. Ortega at first. 2 out of the inning. Bounce to the right. Over to Sosa. And that's the 3rd out.
No, I need 2 strikeouts. Struggling with this
Back
challenge.
here in St. Louis, we go to the 9th. Here's the first baseman, Frank Schwindel. Pitch misses inside. 1-0.
He's been so sharp today, even over 100 pitches thrown. This skipper is leaving him in there to finish the job.
No!
In the air, right field.
No, fuck the Rangers. Or fuck the Penguins.
And there's 1 down.
I don't mind the Rangers. It's just funny. No Canada, no Penguins.
He's already singled in this game.
No fish sticks.
Swings and misses at the initial offering. Next pitch downstairs, and that's ball 1. 1 down, base is empty.
Plus, I want to make fun of that girl for saying that they on the 3rd string goalie.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 2 gone. Now the left fielder, Ian Happ. First offering misses badly for ball 1.
I also said that the Stars were struggling and they're lucky that it's 2-2. And the one guy was just like, what are you talking about? They easily won those 2 games. Like, they were outshot. It's like they've been outshot every single game. The time of attack is almost double. Wow, nice save.
To the pitch.
Yeah, he had the EA save.
Just one
The
out
Flames had a 3-on-1, and it was during a penalty.
swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
All the stars were on the offense. Like, what? What? Because their own guys took each other out. If it wasn't Zibanejad, yeah, they score. How doesn't he give it to the left wing and then back to Zibanejad? That's what I said. A tic-tac-toe goal. Now you want to get him to flip around. One extra base hit, and I'm done with these. Let's see if this terrible thing works on Tinder. Oh, mushy. Jay's cousin single again.
Stepping in, Carlos Delgado.
Batting third, the first baseman.
The other day she shared a TikTok and it was like all the letters above her head and it said,
Right side.
let's see,
Story says,
whatever letter I get is the person I'm spending my summer with, and it was an M. I'm like, well, this is awkward.
well, the Blue Jays have seemed to go. This guy makes great contact. One of the best.
He's like, I don't know about that. I'm like, I must have a lot of hair appointments.
And he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Wow, way to whiff on that, Klingberg.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's back there.
Klingberg did that the other day too. He had the stick up in the air waiting for the slap shot, Jay style. And the puck got there and he just wiped out and fell over. And the puck goes by him. And then somebody... I saw it. And then somebody... Oh no, this is Rangers.